What is up? What is going on, everybody? I am back with the Mariners post-game recap. A couple things before I get started. This is going to be a pretty quick video. First of all, thank you to all the new subscribers. Got about 8 off the video yesterday, which sort of blew up, at least blew up for me. Got over 200 views. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'll have a post-game recap up for every game. We'll have series previews once I'm feeling better as well. So we'll have all sorts of Mariners content, roster moves, all that stuff broken down on this channel. So thank you. If you are new, hit the like button. If you're really, really new and you're not subbed, hit the sub button. Both help me out tremendously. Thank you to everybody that has already. Second thing I want to talk about, didn't watch the game. Saw the box score, kind of followed it on game day a little bit on my phone, had some family stuff to attend to. So didn't get a chance to watch it, unfortunately. So, it's not going to be a super in-depth recap. I'm just going to look at the box score and go over some things that I saw just from looking at the box score. I know it's not the best thing to do, but I want to do a post-game for every video and just my thoughts on the win in general. Mariners did make a roster move before the game. Jose Caballero was called up, and just Sam Haggerty had an injury, wasn't put on IL or anything, but just some concern there. Dylan Moore's not ready to come up yet. Tommy Milone was DFA'd. Kind of stinks. Malone pitched well yesterday and gets DFA'd. Nature of the business, and Tommy knows that. I think he'll be back in AAA, though, once the 10 days is up. George Kirby was solid, at least, again, from the box score. 6 1/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 3 strikeouts, no walks. So good to see that from George Kirby. The command is there. Unless he got a hit around and I just missed it. Looks like a solid outing from Kirby. And another starter pitching in the 7th inning. That's now 2 out of 3. So the Mariners rotation starting to get it together here. Penn Murphy did a nice job, inning and 2/3, did walk a guy, but 4 strikeouts. Murphy's been off to a nice start this year. Nice to see the strikeout numbers up. Diego Castillo pitched a shutout 9th, walked a batter. I know he hit a batter as well. I know the Mariners had a couple hit by pitches. I don't think there was any issues or anything, but just, notice that. Diego did not strike anybody out. I'd like to see the walks and the hit by pitches start to come down and the strikeouts go up a little bit for Diego. Remember, it really wasn't until May last year when he took off. I think Diego will be okay, but I'd like to see him pitch a little bit better here. And it certainly looks like guys like Topa and Spire are above Diego in the bullpen hierarchy, and maybe even Penn Murphy as well. Look at the box score. Julio was 1 for 5. He had a bases clearing triple in the 4th, which really opened it up for the Mariners. The Mariners win 9-2. I don't even know if I mentioned that. That's really good start here. Let's start with that. The Mariners get the win tonight, 9-2. Improved to 7-8 on the season. They have won the series against the Rockies. A series I talked about. I think they have a chance to do some damage in and get back into this. You never predict a sweep in a series. You can't. You never know. But this was a series I feel like the Mariners had a chance to get a sweep in. And now you go into tomorrow with Luis Castillo, your best pitcher on the mound, giving you a chance to get that sweep. So a chance, and to get this team back to 500. Thought yesterday was a game that maybe they had a chance to drop. Felt pretty confident with Kirby and then Castillo tomorrow that the Mariners can get the wins. So a nice series. I think most Mariner fans, despite everything that's happened, the 2-5 start, the 2 straight walk-off losses on the road trip, and then that 7-0 blown lead to the Cubs. I think with all that being said, we're okay with 7-8 right now. Julio was 1 for 5, 4 RBIs, bases clearing triple, like I said, in the bottom of the 4th, which really opened it up. He also had an RBI ground out in the 6th. Julio with a double yesterday, 2 singles the day before, triple today. Was in a little bit of a funk, so good to see him coming out of a little bit. Ty France is over 3, walked, and was hit by a pitch. Gino hit his 2nd home run of the year, which is good. The power hasn't quite been there so far for Gino, but, he's at 2 home runs now, so it's starting to come back a little bit, I think, and he's driving the ball really well. He was 1 for 4, 2 RBIs. I think he was hit by a pitch, which scored a run as well. Cal was 1 for 4 with an RBI and a walk. So Cal continues to be off to, a fairly solid start overall. I know numbers are a little low, but I think Cal's been good. Teo was 2 for 5 with an RBI. Jared Kelenic, his worst game in a while, still was 1 for 4, scored a run. And I know some people on Twitter were saying he did some nice things on the base pass, so that's really good. Kelenic has definitely been one of the Mariners' best base runners this year, and that is valuable. Tommy La Stella was 0 for 1 with a walk. A.J. Pollock came in for him. Lefty came in for the Rockies. He was 0 for 2. Colt Wong was 0 for 3 with a walk. Nice game from J.P. Crawford, 2 for 2, RBI and 2 walks. So J.P. on board 4 times today. JP's running a 733 OPS so far to start this season. He's hitting number 9, playing good defense. I know I say this in every video, but JP's doing a nice job for this team so far this year. So, you know, a good game for him. The Mariners walked 6 times plus 2 hit by pitches. So 8 free passes from the Rockies and 8 hits overall. Kind of looks like a very sloppy game pitched for the Rockies. Feltner, the starter, was 3 2/3. 5 runs, 5 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Suter came in, gave up 4 runs in 2 innings, none of them earned. So there's an error in there, a walk and a strikeout. And then some other relievers, Seabold and Johnson finished up and pitched pretty well for Colorado. So, yeah, you know, like I said, I think the key here is, and again, I am going to go back and watch the highlights. I'm not going to make another video about it. But I think the key here is, obviously, we can go over the box score and stuff like that, but that's 3 wins in a row now for the Mariners. Starting to come together a little bit. And that's, you know, kind of, I think, the theme for right now with this team is a little bit of a rough start. It looks like they're getting through it. Should have Dylan Moore back soon. I hope in a month or so you can get Robbie Ray back in that rotation. But they needed a series like this. And Colorado is not a very good team. And so far, the Mariners have played pretty good baseball teams. Cleveland's good. The Angels should be competitive. I don't know. The Cleveland again. I don't know about the Cubs, but I definitely don't think they're a pushover. I think they will be competitive. And it's not a knock on the Rockies. They've got some good players. But this is a team that's probably going to lose 90 games, maybe even more. This was a chance for the Mariners to get right. And you never know in baseball. You don't. So I'm never going to come on and say, yep, this should be a sweep. But I certainly thought this was a series the Mariners should win. They have done that. Hopefully they can get the sweep tomorrow and you get back to 500. I said it in a recap a few nights ago. Get back to 500, reset yourselves, and then get the season going. No better guy to do it for the Mariners tomorrow to get back to 500 than Castillo. So he should be able to hopefully get that done. The Mariners should be the favorites in that game, I would imagine, if you're someone that just goes off kind of the betting lines on that. But yeah, nice win for the Mariners. George Curry was solid. Julio getting the crowd going with the bases clearing triple. Gino getting that power stroke going, which is going to be really important for this team because they need, you know, if Kelenic is taking that next step forward, you've got Julio and Kelenic, you've got Ty, Cal's going to be fine. Gino's kind of that other guy in there that just gives them that added boost. And along with Teoscar Hernandez, who is starting to heat up now and getting that batting average coming up. Yeah, the DH spot is still a little bit of a mess. You know, so we'll see. Right now, it's not hurting them, but down the line, they're going to have to figure that out. I think getting Dylan Moore back will be very important because he'll sort of play everywhere, and it would allow, you know, Dylan Moore plays third base on night, Gino DHs. Dylan Moore goes to center field, Julio gets a DH. Dylan Moore can go to right field, Teoscar can DH. So I think getting Dylan Moore back will be very important for this team. Yeah, hit the like button, hit the sub button. I'm sorry this was not my best post-game recap. I did want to get on and talk about the result more in the process of this game. Didn't get to watch it, so I can't comment. Julio's triple might have been a little infield hit that somehow got 3. I don't know. But I did want to talk about the fact the Mariners got a nice W today. 3 wins in a row. That's a winning streak. Let's hope they can keep it going tomorrow with Luis Castillo on the mound. Hit the sub button, hit the like button. I will see you guys next time. And as always, go M's. Peace.